Hello there everybody, Gmod here, and welcome to Pokemon Firered version, edition, whatever you want to call it. Now, I am super excited to be playing this as my 5th project of the channel. This is by far one of my favorite Pokemon games, if not my favorite, and also my favorite on the Game Boy Advance. Or Color, or really whatever you're playing. Point is, we're playing Firered. Let's get this started. No more dilly-dallying, let's jump right into it. Alright, this is a game that's actually going to teach you the controls for me so I don't have to go over anything, so that's kind of nice. The various buttons will be explained in order of their importance. Alright, so D-pad moves your character around, A lets you check things, basically your A button is used for everything that involves clicking a button. The B button is used to exit a menu or just say no to something. Start button pauses the game. The select button lets you use a register item that you already have. And L and R are actually to put up a help window in case you get confused. In the world which you are about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure with you as the hero. Speak to people and check things wherever you go. Be in towns, roads, or cave. Gather information and hints from every source. New paths will open to you by helping people in need, overcoming challenges, and solving mysteries. At times, you'll be challenged by others and attacked by wild creatures. Be brave and keep pushing on. Throughout your adventure, we hope that you will interact with all sorts of people and achieve personal growth. That is our biggest objective. Press the A button and let your adventure begin. Let's do so. Prepare to meet him. You know you love him. Everyone's favorite professor. And really bad text speed. Hello there. Glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession, which is why it's the Pokemon Professor. But first, tell me a little bit... That was the worst voice crack I think I've ever had. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Here comes the famous line. Now tell me, are you a boy or a girl? And this Let's Play, the girl model's pretty awesome, but we are going to go with the guy. Now, for those who don't know, my name... I'm pretty sure you guys know this by now, because I think every project I had to put my name in at this point. My name is Zachary. Yes, it is. I'm gonna hope I know my own name at my age. And this is the very famous rival of the Pokemon series. Now, you can name him whatever you want. I could name him Douchebag, I could name him Bob, I could really do whatever the heck I want with him. However, just to keep it similar to the anime, let's just call him Gary. That's right, I remember now, his name is Gary. That's right, he's so old he forgot his own grandson's name. Zachary, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon await. Let's go! Also, wait, it's not await. Alrighty, here we are, people! Pokemon Firered! I hope you're stoked, because God, I'm stoked! Alright, so any person who's played a Pokemon game before knows basically what Pokemon is. Well, at the start at least. You can move around, you can click things like the NES. Fun fact, I actually own the NES, which is kind of surprising. Now, before you do anything, I recommend not hitting the select button, hitting start, and going to your option menu and changing just to fast, because it will save you a crap ton of time. And everything else here is kind of, like, you don't really have to change anything here. And finally, the last thing I recommend looking at is the frame, because you have a bunch of different styles of frames you can go for, and I recommend going for frame 8. And I don't think I did that right. No, I did. Okay, good. Next thing to do in a Pokemon game. Every generation until Generation 4, check your PC box. Why is that? Because they're nice enough to give you a free potion at the start of every Pokemon game. Nice potion. Heals 20 HP, very basic item, very good item at the beginning of the game. But with all that technical stuff, let's just move downstairs and say hello to our good old mother. Right. All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Really, Mom? You're gonna use the TV to... Never mind. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. Alright, let's head next door then. Alright, so welcome to Palatown, everybody. Probably the most iconic place in Pokemon history. Alright, next door. You don't look like the Professor Oak we just saw, but hi. Hi, Zachary. My brother Gary's out at Grandpa's lab. So, you're Gary's brother. Sister, not brother. Whoops. Wrong gender. Which means he must be here, because it's the only other place to go. That's a house. And here he is. You know him, you love him. It's Gary freaking Oak. What? It's only Zachary? Gramps isn't around. Hey! I'm important to you, though. Don't hurt my self-esteem. Ah. Well, with that, we already visited all the houses in Palatown. It's actually a pretty tiny town. So I guess there's nothing better to do than, well, leave town. Just kidding. Do you think it'd be that easy? Hey, wait! Don't go out. It's unsafe. All Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Alrighty, off we go with Oak. This has all been happening pretty quickly. I mean, I think we're only like 5 minutes in. This has all happened. Alright, let's follow Oak. Rams, I'm fed up with waiting. Gary? Let me think. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Zachary. There are 3 Pokemon here. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. And of course, Gary's gonna be pushy like always, and hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. Alrighty. For those who are iconic to the Pokemon series, you know it's exactly what this is about. 3 Pokemon here, which only means the starter Pokemon time. Now, in every Pokemon game, we got 3 of them. In this game, we got Bulbasaur, the Grass Poison Pokemon, Squirtle, the Water-type Pokemon, and Charmander, the Fire-type Pokemon. Now, this is a very important part of the game. All 3 starters all have their advantages and disadvantages. They're all really solid choices. However, if you're playing alongside me, let me give you some quick tips on each starter. If you pick Bulbasaur, you will be rewarded with a very tanky, pretty powerful and very good tank of a Pokemon when it's fully evolved. However, on the bad side, since it's grass type, it has a lot of weaknesses to fire, flying, psychic because it's part poison type, ice type. There's a lot of things Bulbasaur's weak to. However, it's a very, very solid choice. Mainly because you get to breeze through the beginning of the game if you choose Bulbasaur. Next up, we have Squirtle, the Water-type Pokemon. Now, Squirtle here is one of my personal favorites. When it's fully evolved, it becomes a very powerful tank, and it becomes a very powerful offensive Pokemon as well. So all around, you really can't go wrong with its final form or picking Squirtle here. It also only has 2 weaknesses, which is a nice plus. And finally, Charmander, the Fire-type lizard thing. Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon, that's it. Charmander here is very iconic because it has amazing offensive abilities, great typing when it's fully evolved, and all around is a solid choice. Now, I thought long and hard about this one. Like, these 3 starters are some of the hardest ones to choose between because all 3 of them give you such good end results. However, for this playthrough, I believe I've made my choice. Welcome to the team, Bulbasaur. Welcome to the team. So that's right, I am going to go Bulbasaur. Alright. And Bulbasaur joins the team. Now, I'm just going to mention this quickly. I did have a failed recording of recording this first episode of Firered. And on that file, I chose Charmander. However, after deep consideration, I decided to change it up and go Bulbasaur. Alright. Now, for those who know Pokemon, you know you can nickname Pokemon with a different name. Now, Bulbasaur is a Pokemon where I don't really have a nickname in mind. Like, most of the time I'll have nicknames for my Pokemon already thought of, but I don't really have one for Bulbasaur, so let's see here. It's a grass poison type. It's kind of a dinosaur plant, which is not something you can say often, but it's kind of true. And it's a guy, which is an important factor when naming Pokemon if you ask me. How about we name him... What do I call this thing? I actually don't know. This is a hard one. Wow. How about... Okay, I know some people are going to disagree with this name. But I'm going to call him... Actually, no, let's not call him that. That might not offend people, but it might... You know what? I'm gonna name this Bulbasaur a certain name, and hopefully its name will bring it exactly what the name's supposed to bring. Alright, where's C... K... Y. There we go. Lucky the Bulbasaur. And Gary gets his own Pokemon too, like he said, and he's gonna counterpick whatever Pokemon you pick. So if you choose Bulbasaur, he'll choose Charmander. If you choose Squirtle, he'll pick Bulbasaur. If you pick Charmander, he'll pick Squirtle. I think I already said that one. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. Well, we got a starter Pokemon, and we can finally head out this town now. So why don't we go do that? Leave it to Gary. Wait, Zachary, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Just like that, Gary challenged us to a fight right off the bat. Alright, Rival Gary would like the battle. This is the first time I'm we're going to be seeing this punk. And go Lucky. For Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Zachary, never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? A Pokemon battle is when trainers pit their Pokemon against each other. The trainer that makes the other The trainer that makes the other Pokemon's trainer... Wait. Bleh! The trainer that makes the other trainer's Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. But rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Now, I know I've been throwing a lot of information at you, but it is the first episode of an RPG LP, so what do you expect? So this time, I'm thinking that we go over all the controls quickly and get the battle menus taken care of. Your first battle menu is the fight button. No, this is not Undertale. So with the fight button, your Pokemon can learn 4 different types of moves. Depending on your Pokemon, you're gonna have 2 moves from the start. Growl and, well, your other move. Charmander has Scratch, and Squirtle and Bulbasaur have Tackle, which Scratch is slightly better of a move since it has a bit more accuracy, but more on that later. The next menu is the Pokemon menu. Oak, get right to it. Jeez, Oak, you're making my job easy. It's important to get to know your Pokemon thoroughly. There's a list of your Pokemon, Zachary. Open this to check the skills and moves of your Pokemon. You can also choose Pokemon here if you want to use an item on one. He also doesn't mention this, but we can't do it yet, which is why he doesn't mention it. If you have multiple Pokemon, like you can see here, you can have up to 6. If you have multiple Pokemon, you can switch them out mid-battle or just in general. So this Pokemon list will probably become your best friend later on. And the final thing to check out is the bag. And the bag here has a ton of stuff that you get over your adventure. You got your battle items / regular items here, like expendable items so you can just use and they'll be gone afterwards. Like potion, for example. Then you got your key items over here, which are story-related or very important items. And then you got Pokeballs, which we'll get more on that later. Alright, let's get this battle underway. So we got Lucky versus Charmander. Now, normally, Charmander would just utterly destroy Bulbasaur. However, in this fight, he doesn't have a fire-type move, so luckily we're spared and we can just have a Tackle Fest. Inflicting damage on the foe is key to any battle. Exactly. Stating the obvious, Oak. So all this battle really is just spam your attacking move and you'll do fine. Worst case scenario, you got the potion to back you up if you really need to. And I am totally gonna have to use the potion. Lucky you're not lucky. No, this is a terrible sign. Lucky's not lucky already, because we have to use the potion in our first battle. Keep your eyes on your Pokemon's HP. It'll faint if the HP drops to 0. Which is, in other words, a loss if you have 1 Pokemon left. Alright, even though we had to use an item, there goes down Charmander. And we get 69 experience, and we go to level 6. Alrighty, nice. What unbelievable! I picked the wrong Don't blame it on the Pokemon. Famous quote. Don't blame it on the game, blame it on the player. Excellent. If you win, you earn prize money, and your Pokemon will grow. Battle in trainers will make your Pokemon strong. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Zachary, Gramps, smell you later. God, I love that line. Just smell you later. It's so Gary, it's just perfect. It's such a Gary thing to say. Alrighty. Well, with that, we got our Pokemon. We got to meet some people. We got to meet a rival. And we had our first trainer battle. And got a lot of the controls out of the way. Because trust me, it's an RPG. These first few episodes are probably going to be tutorial jammed. Anyways, I think this is a good place to cut it off. Next time on Pokemon Fire Red, we continue on the route and head forward on a new adventure. See you guys then.